Let's welcome back our second chance finalists. A community outreach supervisor from Campbell, California, Deanna Bolio, whose cash winnings yesterday totaled $16,200. An attorney from Portland, Oregon, Rob Kim, who earned $3,400 on our last show. And a physician scientist from Amherst, New York, Pam Sun, who won $10,000 yesterday. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. And welcome back to our Jeopardy Second Chance competition. For our season 37 finalists, Pam, Rob, and Deanna, it all comes down to this game, the culmination of our two-day final. The scores you see on their podiums right now are the amounts they earned yesterday. We'll be zeroing those out now, but we will add them back to the totals you accumulate today to determine our winner at the end of the game. Good luck to all three of you. Let's start finding out who our Jeopardy Second Chance champion will be. Your categories? Scotland first up. Then we have TV, a C in literature and in quotation marks. That's just awful. Followed by all's whale that ends whale, and some school rhyme time. Pam, start us off.
TV for 1,000.
Sandy DeVore designed the animated title sequence of A Mother Bird and Five Chicks for this 1970s series. Rob.
What is the Partridge Family?
Yes. And I realize now that Deanna, as our Game 1 leader, you should have actually selected first. So let's make this right. Deanna, make a selection now.
I'll take C in literature for 600, please.
This Jack London classic is considered one of the books that shaped America. Deanna.
What is Call of the Wild?
Right.
C in literature for 800.
In East of Eden, this twin brother of Aaron Trask reveals to him that their mother is a madam. Deanna.
Who is Caleb?
That's right, Cal Trask.
C in literature for 1,000.
This Jonathan Franzen novel about the dysfunctional Lambert family won a National Book Award. Rob.
What is The Corrections?
That's 1,000 for you.
TV for 800.
This series begins with John Nolan, played by Nathan Fillion, joining the LAPD at age 45. Rob.
What is The Rookie?
That's it.
Scotland for 800.
A celebration of Scottish sport and culture, the annual These Games include caber tossing. Deanna.
What are the Highland Games?
Correct.
School rhyme time for 200.
A more awesome 12-inch measuring stick. Deanna.
What's a cooler ruler?
Yes, it is.
School rhyme time for 400.
A guess about what they're serving in the cafeteria. That would be a lunch punch. Deanna.
School rhyme time for 600.
A mistake made by the person filling in for your regular teacher. Or a sub-flub. It just came to Deanna. Select again.
School rhyme time for 800.
A fantastically ugly thing to sit at during class. Deanna.
What's a Harask desk?
No. Pam or Rob? Grotesque. A grotesque desk. Back to you, Deanna.
Let's finish it off. School rhyme time for 1,000.
A comparative chart of all the school's employees. A staff graph. Sadly, no more rhyme time, Deanna. You'll have to find something else.
No. TV for 600.
For season 6 of this series, Corey Stoll replaced Damian Lewis as the main very, very rich guy. Pam.
What is billions?
You got it.
Scotland for 1,000.
The answer there is the Daily Double, and it's a video clue. You can wager up to 1,000, Pam.
Let's wager 1,000.
Here's your clue in Scotland. The highest point in Edinburgh's Holyrood Park is an ancient volcano that shares its name with this legendary king. Pam?
Who is Robert the Bruce?
No, I'm sorry. It's King Arthur, in fact. That drops you down below zero, but you'll be back. Select again.
Scotland for 600.
Scotland's standing stones of Callanish, seen here, were an inspiration for a plot device on this time-traveling TV show. Deanna.
What is Doctor Who?
No. Pam.
What is Outlander?
Right.
That's just awful for 1,000.
The pancreas of a calf provides this delicacy that sounds like it would be available at the bakery rather than the butcher. Deanna.
What is a sweetbread?
That's correct. It takes you to an even $2,000, and you've brought us to our first break. You three can relax for a moment. The Jeopardy round. Deanna Bolio, a community outreach supervisor from Campbell, California, is back with us. And Dan, I know it takes a village to produce a Jeopardy champion. Is there anybody you'd like to thank while you've got a minute here?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my family and my friends and everyone who humors me when I say, hey, you know what I read the other day? And because that's how I've learned things.
If they were meaner to you, you might forget the new things.
Exactly.
I'm glad they encourage you in that. Rob Kim from Portland, an attorney. How about you? Is there anybody you'd like to shout out?
Yeah, I would like to thank my parents for never turning off the TV when Jeopardy was on. My friends for always agreeing sometimes to being dragged along to trivia. And of course, my wife, Stephanie, who's taking care of our 3-year-old. So.
Ah, that's great. She's not here today. She's home with the 3-year-old. Does she ever go to trivia night with you and the friends?
She does. She, has a beer and just watches.
That might be more fun. Pam Sung is a physician scientist from Amherst, New York. Same question, Pam. Anybody you'd like to thank?
I would like to thank my family, particularly my parents, who are here again today. And of course, my husband, Chris, who really wanted to come. He's also a big Jeopardy fan, but is at home wrangling our 2 children, Penny and Harriet, who are 3.5 and 10 months old. So,
Well, one of you is going to advance to the Champions Wildcard Tournament. So any loved ones that aren't here today will have, as it were, a second chance. Deanna, you gave us the last correct response.
all's well that ends well for 600.
One of the 2 3-letter terms for a group of whales. Pam.
What is a pod?
Or a gam, right.
All's well that ends well 800.
Gray whales are an example of this toothless class of whales that also have 2 blowholes. Pam.
What is baleen?
You got it.
All's well that ends well 1000.
This solid, waxy substance that originates in the intestines of sperm whales is used in perfume making. Pam.
What is ambergris?
Correct again for 1,000.
That's just awful for 800.
You don't expect us to swallow this, specifically the honeycomb type that is taken from the second stomach chamber, do you? Rob.
What is tripe?
Tripe is it.
That's just offal for 600.
A beef this long in French can be 5 pounds. Pam.
What is tongue?
You got it.
That's just awful for 400.
Fancy a traditional steak and this pie? The one at London's Guinea Grill is famous. Rob.
What is kidney?
Good.
C in literature for 400.
Right before the epilogue to this novel, Raskolnikov confesses, "It was I killed the old pawnbroker woman and her sister." Pam.
What is crime and punishment?
That's the book.
All's well that ends well for 400.
Whoa, reaching 80 feet or more in length, the finback whale is second in size only to this one. Rob.
What is the blue whale?
Correct.
TV for 400.
William Peterson's last regular episode of this crime drama came early on in 2009. Rob.
What is CSI?
That's it.
Scotland for 400.
A symbol of pride and untamability, and big with My Little Pony fans, this national animal is a symbol of the push for independence. Rob.
What is the Shetland?
No. Deanna.
What is a unicorn?
Unicorn, that's right.
C in literature for 200.
It's where native sun and a raisin in the sun are set. Pam.
What is Chicago?
That's it.
TV for 200.
Partly inspired by her own childhood, she co-created the series Never Have I Ever. Deanna.
Who is Mindy Kaling?
Yeah.
All's well that ends well for 200.
This state's official marine mammal is the bowhead whale, which inhabits Arctic waters. Deanna.
What is Alaska?
That's the state.
That's just awful for 200.
This organ meat is great for protein, vitamin A, and iron, but animal rights activists have big problems with foie gras. Rob.
What is the liver?
That's it. And the final clue in Scotland. Built in the 13th century, Urquhart Castle is found on the shore of this. Wait, did you guys see something in the water? Pam.
What is Loch Ness?
You are looking at Loch Ness, that's right. Our contestants very tightly bunched as we leave the first round. We're headed to Double Jeopardy next. Back in a moment.